Hey there, friends. Welcome to video 1 of Get Started, Get Going. I'm putting a lot of trust out there into the universe that these videos get to exactly who needs them most right now. I am so excited to be connecting with you. That is what this mini course is all about. Love, connection, and really being who you want to be and feeling how you want to feel. There are 8 steps in this mini course meant to transform you from doubt and uncertainty to feeling at ease with making courageous decisions and being excited about possibility. In this short video, we dip our toes into what it might look like to be our own best support system, building momentum and flow through consistent action and mindful thinking. Integrating these beliefs and practices into your daily life will help you feel more peaceful, powerful, and positive. I was deeply inspired by a painting that hung on the wall of my childhood home. There were several ships in a harbor painted on a big hunk of wood covered in thick lacquer. You gotta love 70s art. This quote was on the bottom. I was 8 or 9 the first time I reflected on the quote. This one phrase has had such great meaning for me. It encouraged me to be brave enough to leave home without a safety net, trusting in myself and the universe. It gave me courage to travel and make deep connections with new people. When my anxiety gets the best of me today and tries to keep my ship in the harbor, I remind myself that I am built to brave the open sea and face the unknown. Behind every hesitation, procrastination, or mental flogging we give ourselves, there's this aching feeling that we're not good enough. You are not alone in this. All of us have felt this, or some of us feel this constantly. Whether you achieve this big task or not, whether your relationship is going great or not, you gotta love you. No one else can tell you what you deserve. You've got to believe it, feel it, and know it. You deserve love, and you can't demand it from outside of you. You are your own best source of unconditional love, love that depends on no achievement. To some of us, loving ourselves sounds easy. We might take it for granted that we do. Others of us feel shame even hearing that phrase, love yourself. We dish out punishment for not loving ourselves enough. It's a lifetime process that requires daily nurturing. My mantra for remembering this in tough times is, be gentle. You're already right where you need to be. You've heard of minimalism with possessions. I'm asking you to become a minimalist with your commitments and responsibilities. You are not a bad person for being selective with where and how you spend your energy and attention. These are finite resources. We only have enough time in a day for what's most important to us. Learning to say no and realizing the consequences of not saying no will completely change how you spend your time. Take care of you. Spend time on what you value and prioritize. Choose your obligations and responsibilities wisely and make these choices from a place of wholeness. You are amazing. You won't be missing out. You don't need anything or anyone else to complete you. What you do and what you possess is not who you are. Who you are is pure love. We've all been hurt before. We've all been judged harshly, often by our own selves. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable means taking the risk we will get hurt. Hey, it's likely we're going to get hurt. But you know what? We bounce back and surprise ourselves with our resilience. Trusting that we can take care of our own needs can create a beautiful space around us. In this space, we're in control of how we see things and how we react. We choose what we take in and what we reject. We choose how much we share, with who, and when, creating our own boundaries and challenging them when it feels right. Would you feel more willing to drop a few of your walls and put yourself out there if you knew you could trust yourself to take good care of you? Perfectionism can be deeply rooted in our belief that nothing we will ever do will be good enough. Ditching this belief takes a commitment to shipping your work, as Seth Godin says. Committing to the practice of taking consistent action can turn nagging perfectionism into fading background noise. Just focus on the quality and care that you put into what you do and how you communicate, not perfection. Do your best, which is likely pretty darn amazing, but know when good enough is good enough. Release those fears of feeling vulnerable and put yourself out there. Also, hang out with others who get things done. They know that you learn more from doing than from thinking about doing. You'll also notice they've got insecurities too, and they've embraced taking action anyway. One thing's for sure, nothing is certain, and everything changes. Life is a trial and error thing, an experiment. We're meant to learn from our mistakes. This can be nerve-wracking for our inner over-controller. Here's a little exercise. I'm going to ask you to go swimming in the uncertainty and overwhelm for a second. Let yourself be pulled under by the tide. Your muscles start to tense. Your thoughts start to race with choices. Instead of resisting, lean into it. Let it happen. And then suddenly, let go of trying to control everything. Release your fears into the water. Like you're swimming with all your effort, and suddenly you roll over and just float. You're in an ocean of possibilities. Not trying to fight the tide, just going with the flow. Trust that what you need will come to you if you just keep making one choice at a time. Not getting stuck in the past or caught up in the future. Do one thing at a time and let go of control over what might happen and respond to what is happening with curiosity. Years ago, I was a party girl. It started in high school and went through various phases of intensity throughout my adolescence and young adult life. I partied all summer and put myself through college while working full-time the other seasons. I bet you can guess which part of the year I struggled to make intuitive and loving decisions. Even today, while I'm mellow and take much better care of me, I still find myself struggling to manage caffeine intake, anxiety, and getting enough sleep. I know when those times come, I need to do the things on my to-do list that require less intense decision-making and effort. I also do things to bring about more balance in my system. Daily meditation, drinking lots of water, and replacing caffeine with herbal teas tends to do the trick on all accounts. Take care of your physical self. Your frontal cortex is responsible for decision making, and lack of sleep, introduction of certain chemicals, and stress all cause activity in that area to move to your amygdala, down in the back, where you're functioning in a fight or flight mode. Decisions made in that mode will be more defensive and reactionary. It's no wonder it feels tough getting through the day when you're stressed out or tired. Step 2. You have a superpower, my friend. Automating processes and habits makes it possible to get into a state of flow. Everything comes more easily when we move from one thing to the next without too much hesitation or worry. We build momentum, like in the formula by Isaac Newton, an object in motion stays in motion. When we're in the state of flow, we notice more synchronicity and connection. Ideas come to us like little explosions, and bold decision-making becomes our second nature. I often use my Osho Zen Tarot deck for deep inspiration. I'm going to use them here to unfold the essential role trust plays in confidence. Our minds are meant to be tools, but they often become our master. The mind is typically full of a nonstop stream of thoughts, fear, judgment, feelings. The pressure can easily become overwhelming and confusing, making it seem impossible to feel confident. Letting go of believing your mind is actually in control of what happens outside of you is a free fall into trust. Your feelings of anxiety, doubt, and unworthiness can just be let go of. You don't have to have them or keep them. You have the option of not believing those thoughts and instead trusting in yourself, trusting that you can respond to and grow from anything that happens in life. Whatever will be, will be. Even the life we have now is a temporary gift. We have nothing to control or grasp onto. We only have love to give. Let go of control and believing your thoughts are reality. Trust that in each moment, we can choose how we respond. We can care for ourselves regardless of what happens outside of us, and all that happens is an opportunity to expand our lovingness and connection. Thinking of life as an experiment where our only objective is to become more aware or learn and grow will make our curiosity stronger than our fear. This is a really big perspective shift for some of us. We can let go of much of the pressure we put on ourselves if we look at things with an open eyes and a heart of a child, eager to learn and excited to experience. We often see things as either wins or losses. We judge our performance and let it mean something about who we are. A failure to get the result we expect could feel like a big loss. But with a little twist of how we see things, we could see failure as a triumph. We tried. We learned something about how we work. We gain knowledge and wisdom from experience, regardless of the outcome. All right, friends, I have an action assignment for you. We make thousands of decisions each day. Bringing awareness to what we already do can give us confidence immediately. Think about the decisions you already make during each day. When to wake up, what to eat, what to say and do. You're already a pro at this. Now I want you to apply your skills daily to bold decisions. Do something you've been wanting to do. Call someone you've been wanting to call. Decide on a new haircut. Try thinking or acting in a new way. Adopt an attitude you want to wear and wear it confidently. These types of decisions truly build your confidence and are a way of taking action and living powerfully in your world. And before we move on, if you have a more complex decision to make and need help weighing your options and seeing things clearly, I'm hosting a webinar on how to do mind mapping of more complex decisions. We'll talk about listing your questions and taking inventory of what you do know and what you need to know, creating a cost-benefit analysis with heart, and visually mapping out your choices to help you see what's possible and decide with confidence. The mind mapping process is fun and an ingenious way of getting complex problems out of your head and in front of you so you can see all the elements and make sense of your options. I hope I see you there.